Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about Rogue Company, which are going to be updates and leaks regarding maps, skins, sprays, characters, and so much more. I'll go over that with you guys and kind of discuss my thoughts on what Rogue Company is doing currently and what they have in the future. If you guys are a new viewer, consider subscribing. I make video content based on Rogue Company. And if you guys are a return subscriber, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot. And without further ado, let's check out the news and updates with Rogue Company. Alright guys, so let me kick off this video on the new updates and leaks. One of the things I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat is that I'm not the creator of these leaks. It's either Rocco or the other one's called Rogue HQ. You can find these guys on Twitter and Instagram. I'm just kind of like getting the message out and helping you guys understand what's going on in the back end with Rogue Company. Remember, these are leaks. These can be changed at any time, but this is pretty cool stuff to see from them and the team. Obviously, they're making changes, updates, and it's really interesting to see what's going to come in stores for Rogue Company in the future. So in front of me, what I have is actually one of the modes that they talked about, which is going to be PvE. And this is a NPC character that you might be fighting against. I think this might be like how they have those games where you're fighting against a lot of enemies, maybe trying to secure an area like Destiny. Halo has done that too. A couple of games have done it too, where you're fighting a bunch of like enemies jam pack in a map. It might be something interesting where you're just going against maybe some characters, but again, this is a leak of a design of one of the enemies and how they'll look. That looks pretty sick. It looks very Batman-ish. But again, this is pretty cool to see them actually doing things on the back end and introducing new modes. Obviously, the game is still in beta. Once the game comes out, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a lot of things to unleash and talk about, but it's only been like a few weeks that the game has been out. I've been loving it. It's been really good, but it's good to see some leaks that show that they're obviously working on other things. Here is actually the other group that I follow, which is Rogue HQ. These guys you can find on Instagram or Twitter. They're releasing also leaks in terms of what's going on, and here is one of the renders for Ronin and her costume, her skin. The thing that I see here is that you're either gonna buy this or it might be part of the battle pass, which is part of their phases and when they unleash everything out. But again, it's just a concept and it could change at any time. But the fact that this group or whoever they work with was able to get this render tells me that obviously they're going in that pathway in terms of building something for characters, which is pretty cool. You know, that's what we want. We want to make our characters unique, not the same default skin. So it's pretty cool. Here's another character, Dima, which is pretty awesome. This guy looks like he's obviously robbing a bank. Looks like the Joker from the Batman movie, one of the characters with the helmet thing going on here. But again, it's pretty cool in how they're designing all this and what they have to offer for obviously the players currently, for the players that are barely getting the beta or getting access, and then the future players that decide to jump on the Rogue Company bandwagon. But again, this is pretty awesome. I'm loving these skins, the detail. Again, it's a render. It could change at any time, but the fact that these guys are pulling these assets is pretty awesome, and it gives you really, really good insights in terms of what's coming in the future. Here's another one with the Poison Ivy chick, a really cool costume as well. You can see the detail. Again, this could be finalized. Again, like when this happens with other games, usually when they get the render and they have the design, that's usually close to the final design. And obviously if they didn't have this, they wouldn't have anything to present. So again, you're seeing these new costumes, what they have to offer, what they're doing on the back end. Here's another character of Ronin of another costume, maybe concept, maybe it could be the real deal. But again, who knows how you actually can unlock this, whether you buy it or battle pass, or it could be the mastery of the Rogue series. Here goes Talon. Again, another cool concept. Again, giving you guys different aesthetics of the styles. So again, you guys have seen some pretty cool stuff here. Here goes Anvil. This looks pretty sick, very dark in terms of his style. It's all black. It looks really cool. I like it better than his current skin. But again, these are all concepts. It could be changed at any moment. But the fact that we're seeing this is pretty cool from Rogue Company and the things they're doing on the back. And they're not just sitting back looking at the players play. They're actually getting to work and making changes, making updates as they need to keep making this game fun and obviously make their players happy. So here's another leak, which I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, is the new Rogue supposedly. Again, this is not confirmed until this is all launched and it is talked about by the devs. This is called Dahlia, her Rogue name, and she seems to be like a medic type player. Again, it's very right now up in the air in terms of what she can do, but again, they have the render of her style, so this looks pretty spot on in terms of how the characters look, so I don't see this changing. The other thing too is her abilities are right here, which I'll actually zoom in actually and show you guys how that looks. But again, she has some pretty cool weapons. I'm loving her, you know, short range to mid range guns. Again, these are all concepts. It could change at any moment. Here's the abilities breakdown. So if you guys look at this, again, this is still speculation, but the people that are actually pulling this information are actually presenting it. You can see danger close available, danger close link, danger close revive. Something tells me that she can either link with her teammates. Obviously she can revive them, which would add another medic, which would help with this whole setup, because obviously Saint is the only character that can help your teammates revive. So having a second person that can do that too, or help their teammates, would be beneficial. So this is pretty cool to see, you know, like the fact that we're seeing movement on the back, and we're seeing these guys, the ones that are pulling all these renders and leaks. You're seeing stuff on the back end, from the PvE to these costume skin changes that are going to be available in the future. Again, speculation, to a new rogue, which they did talk about for phase 2. It's all coming in fruition in terms of what they're doing and what they're all about at Rogue Company. Here goes another leak about the sprays that are going to come out. Again, this is all rumors, but the fact that these sprays look pretty clean and very identical to the ones you can actually use in terms of like how they look, I wouldn't be surprised that these will be it. The one that looks very interesting is this character right here, because this guy, I don't know if we even know who this character can be, or if it's just a you know, decoy for some sort. But this one's very interesting to see in terms of who this person will be, because I don't know who the heck is jacked up like this guy. Everyone else that we see on this piece here, we know. This guy looks like it's glitch, but I'm not sure. But everything else on here, we are familiar in terms of the characters. So that one up there on the upper left hand corner is interesting to see what type of character that player will be. And lastly, the other part is the concept art for Vice, which is actually out. If you guys actually have the public test servers, which is only available to certain users that actually got the beta, that actually play and actually be in the map in the test servers currently, which I will be doing a video pretty soon on this, is obviously this new map. They talked about adding new levels, new areas. You're seeing some of the renders. The actual final design is in front of you, and it's pretty cool in terms of seeing the touch points. And I am gonna assume the positionings will be on these two sides in terms of where to land, but the meeting point in the middle is where all the action will take place, or who knows, maybe the left side. But there's a lot of verticalness and a lot of objects, like, you know, trying to get on top of these buildings. It looks like you even get into these rooms. There's a lot of good stuff in terms of what can happen in this map, and I'll definitely have a video for this guy soon. Here goes a image of the interior floor. As you guys can see, there is some pathways to go in through. I don't think that one you can, but again, you're seeing some of the touch points that you can actually go through on this map, making it very interesting for the player to, you know, obviously hide or do what they need to. Again, you're seeing touch points in that room there. Again, vertical, going up the stairs, go up against that ledge. There's a lot of things here that you can do. Hide against that wall, go against the wall. You guys know my deal, you know, hug the walls like you guys mean it. But, you know, you're seeing some good stuff in terms of the final render, which is actually live on the public test servers, and just seeing everything in terms of what's going to be out pretty soon for everyone. Again, they're testing it. I'm pretty sure they're going to make modifications when they start seeing certain things. But yeah, it looks really good in terms of what they're doing on the map. And this looks pretty sick too. This robot up here. I thought he was a playable character, but this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature to have. And then this is the center area, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of action going on in terms of taking out teams, or maybe even the bomb plant or security area will be in the middle of some sort. So again, there's a lot of good stuff here. And the other part that I wanted to talk about is the roadmap, which you guys are familiar with. They unleashed this on a video that they did, I think this past week, about how they're going to introduce the phases. Right now we are in phase 1. Not everything has been unleashed in terms of the new map to everyone, but I'm pretty sure mid-August, maybe at the end of August, the new map will be available for everyone. Right now it's in the public test service, so they are testing it. And then the second phase, which is, you know, the new playable character, which we think it's Dahlia. You're going to have ranked. They're going to have rogue mastery, which is like Valorant. So basically, if I am Saint and I use them all the way, I can level up to, let's say, number 10 and get all of its cosmetics or special things you can get if you level up. And also, if I want to go with Anvil, I can do the same thing too. So the cool thing about this Rogue Mastery is that it allows you to play other characters and unlock things, not just, well, I'll just stick with one character. There's no surprise for me to keep playing other characters. So that's pretty cool. It lets you play all the characters and unlock certain things and rewards, and then custom matches for those tournaments, you playing with your friends, which is pretty cool. I think this phase will actually happen either in September or October. I think they're phasing them out every 2 months to go within the 2020 timeline, because it makes sense for August for phase 1. Phase 2 could be September, October, and then phase 3 would be obviously November, December. I'm saying December, so by the new year, they're ready to go and really advertise this game as a full game, and then see where it goes in the long term. On phase 3, they're going to have the equipment mastery in terms of, you know, mastering your gadget, adding new things to it, which is pretty cool. Again, it reminds me of Call of Duty, this part. The battle pass, we all want that battle pass because we're leveling up right now, but there's no kind of like incentive. So that'll be pretty cool to have on phase 3. And then gameplay improvements, they'll continue to make updates according to either buffing, nerfing characters, even making map changes and so forth. But again, guys, there's a lot of good stuff that Rogue Company is doing. I'm a happy user on my end. I'm loving everything from these new leaks of the PvE to these new skins that they're actually getting the renders from, which could be the finals. And then obviously the new character, obviously they're adding new content. It's not just the same old stagnant, boring stuff, to obviously adding some of the cool sprays along with the new map of Vice. They also added a new practice arena, which I have access to, and I'll show you guys a video on that one too, which is awesome too, because it makes your abilities a lot better in terms of practicing, and also your shooting, which I'll go over that too. But again, they're doing things to help the end consumer, the end player, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let me know what you guys think in terms of, you know, these leaks, the skins, the PvE, the new character, the new map, the training area, and also these phases. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, comment below, and I'll catch you guys until the next one. Later.